What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another episode of our Premier League Predictor Show. Finally, the international break is over. The Premier League is back. It's what we've been waiting for 2 weeks, and it is finally here. A host of Premier League games to get through this weekend. The scores at the moment are 49 to Simeon, 36 to me. It's time to make up some points this weekend, and just let me remind you how it works. It's 1 point for a correct result, 3 points for a correct result and both teams to score, 5 points for correct score, and then we pick our star man as well, where you get 2 points for a goal scorer and 1 point for an assist. So we get 1 star man each. And look, let's get straight into it, and let's start off with the most important game of the weekend. Crystal Palace at home to Tottenham. I've gone for 1-0.
You went for 1-0. I was thinking, my original prediction was 1-0. I've actually gone for 2-1 now. I've gone for 2-1 only because Tottenham with a bit of an unsettled backline with all the people missing and whatnot. I think we are going to concede. I think Palace, with the more positive football they play when they got the likes of Zaha, Olise and Edouard now, I reckon they'll get a goal. But I back Tottenham to turn it around and get a couple themselves with Harry Kane in form. I think we'll just sneak it 2-1.
Interesting. I think that even though we've got a host of injuries, I think the way that Nuno set up the team so far has been watertight pretty much, not giving away many chances. And I am expecting a performance of the same ilk. Palace failed to score in their first 2 games of the season, and I think they'll fail to score again in this one. So that's why I've gone for 1-0 to Tottenham. And also, it's been a very common theme between Tottenham and Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park to go 1-0 to Tottenham. So that's the reasoning behind that. But let's move over to Arsenal-Norwich. What have you gone for?
2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1.
Yeah, I've gone for Norwich to get a goal. I think it's as much as it's a big game for Arsenal, it's also a big game for Norwich. They'll see it as an opportunity to maybe get their season up and running after a very difficult start. But obviously, this is a must win for Arsenal, not just Arsenal, Arteta himself. So I think he's going to put out all the stops to this one, and I can see him sneaking it 2-1.
Interesting. I've gone for 2-0. I think this is going to be Arsenal to kick off their season at home to Norwich. I really can't see Norwich scoring in this game. Yes, I know Arsenal's defence haven't been that great. Oh, even worse than that, they've been absolutely disastrous, really, the first 3 games of the season. But they'll look at this game with definitely a way to kickstart their season. And, you know, maybe last year, a few seasons ago, I would have gone maybe 3 or 4-0 to Arsenal in this game, but I've gone for 2-0. Nice respectable win for Arsenal to get their season up and running. Brentford against Brighton, which could be an interesting game this weekend. I've gone for 2-2, Desmond.
I went for 1-1, only because I think both teams' defence is actually not bad. Both teams don't tend to concede that many goals, and also both teams have got decent attacking football, but they don't have, except for Ivan Toney, obviously he gets a few goals, but Brighton historically create a lot of chances but have struggled getting the ball in the back of the net. So I'm expecting a fast start from Brentford in front of their home fans, but once the game goes on, I expect Brighton to gain more control and then get the equaliser. So that's why I predict.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be 2 teams really going at it. I think both Brighton and Brentford will look at this game thinking they can probably get the points. So I do think it's going to be 2 attacking teams really going at it with each other, but I can't really split them, so that's why I've gone for 2-2. But let's move on. I mean, there is loads of games on Saturday this weekend, and another great game of the weekend is going to be Leicester against Man City. Both teams really ravaged with injury, and I have gone for 1-1. Leicester seem to have had Man City's number the last couple of games with beating them, but having said that, their defensive form is really not great. They've got a lot of injuries there, so I can't see them winning. I can see them losing, but I'm going to go for a draw, and I don't think Man City can get all 3 points in this one.
Yeah, I've gone for 1-0 Man City. I'm expecting a tight affair. I'm expecting one of those games where Man City will dominate possession. Leicester will try and hit them on the counter, but I think Man City's superior quality will shine through, and I think they'll get the 1 goal, even though they've got players missing. What I expect is, despite the fact that maybe it could be Scott Carson in goal for Man City, they're going to restrict Leicester from creating opportunities. That's why I reckon it will just be a tight 1-0 victory, a nervy 1-0 victory for Man City.
Apparently Scott Carson hasn't played in the Premier League since 2015-14 or something like that.
I'm surprised it's that recent, to be honest.
Mad.
38 years of age.
All right, let's move over to Manchester United against Newcastle. Ronaldo's return, and we've both gone for the exact same scoreline, 4-0 to Manchester United, and I think that pretty much speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, I think United are serious challenges this season with the buys they've got. Ronaldo's homecoming as well. They're going to be well up for this one, And I'm expecting him to get on the score sheet. I'm expecting Man United to show not just the Premier League, but show Ronaldo they want to be serious title contenders this season and make a statement victory with a 4-0.
Yeah, and I think that Ronaldo coming into this squad just ups the mentality level, doesn't it?
Definitely.
And I think it will rub off on the rest of the squad, and I think it's going to be an absolute onslaught this week. It could even be more than 4, to be honest. It really could. Moving on to Southampton against West Ham. West Ham really seem to have Southampton's number at St Mary's, and I've gone for a similar scoreline to what it has been over the last couple of years. I can see Southampton scoring, but I can't see anything past a West Ham win. So I've gone for 3-1.
Yeah, I went for 2-1. Bit of a tighter game, but I'm expecting West Ham to take all 3 points in this one. Good start to the season despite the screw up against Crystal Palace last week. So I think Southampton as well have maybe played better than people were expecting, but a disappointing draw against Newcastle, albeit last-minute equaliser. I'm expecting them to put up a fight, but unfortunately end up on the losing side.
Next up, we move to Watford against Wolves. Wolves have lost their first 3 games of the season, quite unluckily as well. So I'm going to them to overturn that, to score 2-0. They haven't even scored this season, which is actually really surprising, seeing as the way they've played their football this season. But just like London buses, you wait 3 games for a goal, nothing comes, and then you wait so long, then 2 come all at once. So I'm going for 2-0 to Wolves.
I'm going 1-0. I'm learning that Jimenez could be out because of the 5-day rule. So I'm thinking that could hamper their attacking talent. I do think, though, defensively as well, not only attacking...
Kept that one to yourself, didn't you?
Huh?
Kept that one
I've
to
only
yourself.
just learned that in the past half an hour. But I do think they have superior quality in chance creation than Watford. Defensively as well, it's easy to forget that despite... losing 3 games, they've actually been pretty good at the back. They haven't conceded many chances. To Spurs, they didn't concede many. To United, they really didn't concede many. So they were very, very unlucky to be losing 3 games in a row. So I've gone for a tight 1-0 victory and one of Trincao or Dama to come up with a moment of quality to get them over the line. So I've gone for 1-0. Watford as well. Mixed bag, but I don't expect this to be a lot of goals in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Chelsea against Aston Villa, 5:30 on the Saturday. I can't see anything past a resounding Chelsea victory in this. Oh, look at that. We've both gone
3-0.
the exact same scoreline as well.
Yeah.
And it pretty much makes sense, that scoreline.
Yeah, I was going to go 2-0, but I feel like Chelsea... just because they're so settled, I still feel like Villa are feeling their way into the season. So I think that could be end of a bit of a hiding early doors while they get settled. So I think 3-0.
It's interesting that we've both gone for very similar scorelines in each of the games, haven't we? So like there won't be many 3-pointers this weekend. That makes a difference anyway.
Yeah, so either 5 or 1.
Yeah. But let's move over to Sunday. Only one game on the Sunday, which is Leeds against Liverpool, which looks like a very, very tasty game. Both teams got very important players out. So having said that, I am going for 1-1. I don't think it's going to be an easy ride for Liverpool and in front of a packed Ellen Road. The fans are going to be up for it, and I think the fans are going to have a massive part in this game, cheering, being basically the 12th man for Leeds, onto a 1-1 draw for Leeds.
Yeah, haven't had the most convincing start to the season, have they,
exactly.
Leeds, which is a bit of a worry for them, and I'm expecting Liverpool to come on strong, despite Firmino potentially being out. I'm also learning in the first half an hour that Liverpool feel that Brazil, that FIFA don't have any jurisdiction to do these ineligibilities for the players, so they might still play based on this. I don't know, we don't know yet, but if they do play, it should be even more convincing for me. Even if they don't, I still think with Jota coming in, they still got Salah and Mane, they still got Henderson, they got other players in central midfield as well, Keita. So I think Liverpool should still have enough to see this over the line from an attacking point of view. I do expect them to concede, even without Rafinha for Leeds, but I think Liverpool still is 3-1.
All right, and the last game of the weekend, Monday night at Goodison Park, Everton against Burnley. And I can't see anything past an Everton win, so I have gone for 2-0. So have you. 2-0 to Everton.
Yeah.
Absolutely the same. And yeah, Burnley haven't had a good start to the season. On the other side, Everton and Rafa Benitez have a really strong start to the season, so I can't see past 2-0 win for Everton.
Although there was a bit of a change with Burnley with their draw against Leeds. They got a 1-1 draw last time out, so maybe they'll try and build on that. But I think Everton have just been so solid. They've been exactly what Benitez has wanted at the start of the season. And a very impressive win against Brighton last time out. So I think they'll win this one 2-0.
All right. And the star man, Sim has gone for Cristiano Ronaldo, and I have gone for Mikel Antonio.
Interesting. Very outside the box, that one with Antonio. Well, not so outside the box considering he started the season, getting lots of goals and assists. But I think with Ronaldo's first game, had to. Even the only thing is he's not 100% confirmed to start. But if he does start, if he starts up front, he has to get, even if they get a penalty, who'd be taking that, won't he? So I had to go Ronaldo. Yeah,
I mean, Antonio has just been probably the form player of the Premier League so far. Loads of assists, loads of goals so far. And against the team in Southampton, where they always kind of get the result at St Mary's, and I can't see that game having a lack of goals. So I think Antonio could grab a goal and a couple of assists, or the other way around as well. So I just think Antonio's might be the safe bet for the weekend.
Interesting. Fair enough.
All right, so there you go. That is our football Premier League predicts this weekend. Let me know your predictions in the comment section below, and let me know your star man for the weekend in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.